I guess the bar's here and it goes down to here and they lower and lower and lower until it gets below the floor and then we end up in boxing hell. So listen, Triple G is being considered to be entered into the Hall of Fame. First of all, did Triple G even retire? That's what I want to know, first of all, because he never announced a retirement. He never said that he was out of the sport. But regardless of that, Triple G is a boxing Hall of Famer. Now, let's break things down real quick. Now, you see them two belts that Triple G had right there? Two of those belts, they were upgrades. They were upgrades. He held secondary titles, and they got upgraded. He never took nobody's belt. Come on now. This is a guy that they said broke Bernard Hopkins' record. How you going to break Bernard Hopkins' record when you held the IBO title too? IBO title is, for those who don't know how that belt works, it's like a junior varsity belt to a pro level athlete belt. Like, you can't say that this guy is an international boxing Hall of Famer. We're talking about a Hall of Fame that has the likes of Muhammad Ali, Floyd Mayweather, Sweet Pea, Pernell Whitaker, for those who don't know, Marvin Hagler, Sugar Ray Robinson, Sugar Ray Leonard. He's gonna be in the same Hall of Fame as those guys. Who did he beat? Let's think about that. We talk about Daniel Gale, Martin Murray. No, those are not Hall of Fame worthy names. Oh, I know, I get it. You're gonna say, oh, he beat Sergey Derevchenko. You mean a fight where they basically robbed Sergey Derevchenko? Oh, he beat Danny Jacobs. Listen, that fight was so close it wasn't even funny. Danny actually deserved a rematch if we really being honest. And to think about it, had Danny not switched southpaw in the middle of Triple G throwing a punch, he wouldn't have got caught, wouldn't have got dropped, and he probably would have won that fight. The only reason why they let Triple G walk out of there with by the skin of his teeth is because Chocolatito lost that night in MSG. Come on now, let's not get things confused when it comes to this man's resume. And then I know what everybody's gonna say. He was in 3 wars with Canelo Alvarez. Now that third fight is almost like the Godfather 3. It shouldn't have happened. But you're gonna talk about fight 1 and fight 2, regardless of who we thought won those 2 fights. BoxRec and any other record bookkeeping encyclopedia, they're gonna tell you that he came out the loser when it comes to Canelo Alvarez. So what's Triple G's signature performance? Curtis Stevenson, who came up? Late replacement. There's just so many. Listen, you know what it is? The reason why I can't remember who Triple G has fought is because he fought a lot of taxi cab drivers. He fought a lot of hot dog vendors. He fought a lot of guys who were coming off of the stool, who worked part-time jobs, and they needed a paycheck, and he needed work. Why was it that when Triple G had made the statement that he could beat anybody from 154 to 168, and when Andre Ward knocked on his door, he went on ESPN Sports Nation and said that Andre Ward wasn't a big enough name. I thought he was chasing greatness. That's what he said. He said he wanted the big drama show. But it just turns out that Triple G really didn't want that. Because he said Andre Ward's name wasn't big enough. He avoided Andre Ward for a long time. And then had to double back and double down years later and said that Andre Ward was lying. And said that Andre Ward was the one that didn't want the fight. Well, in contrary, Andre Ward, when he couldn't get the fight with Triple G, he moved up to 175 and literally challenged the boogeyman, the Crusher, and Sergey Kovalev, a guy who we had heard put the pause on Triple G. Triple G was just a guy who waited around for his best moment and best opportunity to fight a Canelo Alvarez, who was a big name at the time, who I still don't know how he got the name off of a loss, but that's besides the point. He went out, fought Canelo for the bag the first time. He talked a whole lot of junk and said, listen, Canelo's on roids. And then guess what? They popped Canelo for roids. And he had to wait. And what did he do? He fought, what's my guy's name? His name is not coming to me right now. Vanis Monterosen. He fought Vanis Monterosen. And guess what? Vanis Monterosen does hold some name because guess what? He has a great extensive amateur pedigree. And Vanis Monterosen gave Jamel Charlo hell. I thought he won that fight. But guess what? This is not the same Vanes Monterrosa that gave Jamel Charlo hell. No, it's a Vanes Monterrosa that was sitting out for 2 years because he had promotional disputes. And he goes in there and he beats Vanes Monterrosa in under 2 to 3 fights. 2 to 3 rounds, sorry. And all of a sudden now, is that his signature win? Is that his Hall of Fame win? No, Triple G is a guy who's a product of HBO's marketing. They had this thing, do your research. It could have been from 15 to 17. I think that the HBO contract ended in 2017, which was their last fight. Well, last telecast fight. There was a thing called the European Tour. The European Takeover, sorry. Triple G, Vasyl Lomachenko, the likes of... There was a whole bunch of European guys that they were over here just pushing, right? Pushing. They were giving this big push. And that was because PBC... Well, what we know to be PBC now, the Al Heyman managed fighters had all left and gone to the other platform, which was Showtime. And they were pushing guys like this guy to say that they were the ones that were going to bring boxing back to its glory days. And when they went along with the push for him, Vasyl Lomachenko, and Dmitry Bivol is the name that I forgot, viewerships didn't change. Nobody came along and decided that they wanted to watch boxing and they revitalized the sport and got fans excited. No, they did not. Because nobody cared about small platforms. Boxing should have went back on public TV instead of premium cable. No one's going to pay to see this guy beat up dudes who are like me and you, who go to work and clock in and day out. So tell me, guys, I want you guys to engage and tell me, why is this guy a Hall of Famer? Why does he share the same Hall of Fame as Muhammad Ali? Why does he share the same Hall of Fame as Andre Ward? Why does he get to share the same Hall of Fame as Floyd Mayweather? Why will he one day share the same Hall of Fame as Terrence Crawford? Why? Why? Do you know Triple G only fought at 160? You know his third fight with Canelo Alvarez? All of a sudden he got brave and wanted to move up to 168. Come on now, man. Listen, don't make me throw something in here. He's not a Hall of Famer. That's it.